Naturally, it's another great night for Mr. Zanuck, anxious to bring the story of The Longest Day to his nationwide audience. The West Coast tribute to The Longest Day naturally attracts Mr. Zanuck's immediate family, his son Dick, his daughter Mrs. Andre Hakim.
It's a great advantage when you can have as your mentor one of the founders of the industry. My father was the greatest instructor because I do think that he was the greatest producer. His passion always was to do a story of the invasion. He had been in the camera unit. He came in, I think, the day after D-Day. Historically and emotionally, those days had always been a very big part of his life. So when he read Cornelius Ryan's book, he was absolutely determined to make it into a picture. He was one of the founders of the studio, and so he wasn't used to anybody questioning what he wanted to do. There was a sense, I believe, that he was through, that he was just living out his last days in France, but they underestimated the passion he had for this particular project. The fact that it was black and white caused a lot of concern. I remember talking to him about it, and he said, you know, he was tempted to go to color. He was worried that if he used black and white, people would think that he used stock footage, and he gave this a lot of thought. He really was going for a documentary style and look, but that again scared the studios to have a picture of this cost shot in black and white. But he really didn't think too much of the board of directors. They, at the time, were all underwater with the Cleopatra debacle. The studio was going down, and in a way that was good because he was able to sneak this in. They didn't realize that The Longest Day would be an instrument in salvaging the studio. They were so strapped for cash that they wanted to release the picture all at once. At that time, you did that for pictures that you weren't very proud of to get the money back quickly and, you know, hit and run. That's what they wanted to do with The Longest Day. And he came into New York to talk to the board of directors, and not only did he get the release that he wanted, but he took over the company and then put me in charge of the studio. Longest Day came out. It was big everywhere. I go to Europe every summer, go to France, and on June 6th, you can walk down the street if you're in a small town or something, and you're looking up at the apartment buildings. You can hear it and see it, and it plays every June 6th.
I wonder who won.
I love that line at the end. My father certainly won because it was a battle to get it going, to see it through, to make a wonderful picture. It was the last picture that he made, actually.
Famed columnist Hedda Hopper, who gives voice to the worldwide praise. Miss Hopper.
The Longest Day is a brilliant picture, a picture that every woman and man will remember as long as courage, sacrifice, and love of freedom remains in the hearts of man.
You'll see 42 internationally famous stars, including Richard Burton, Paul Anka, Henry Fonda, Mel Ferrer, Richard Todd, Red Buttons, Rod Steiger, Fabian, Tommy Sands, Irina Demick, Leo Gann,
Richard Beamer, Robert Wagner, Stuart Whitman, Kurt Jurgens, Jeffrey Hunter, Robert Ryan, Peter Lawford, Robert Mitchum, John Wayne. In size, in scope, in suspense, in dramatic intensity, The Longest Day is unparalleled in screen history. The day that changed the world.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
This is Patton, a salute to a rebel, a man whom the New York Times described in an editorial 2 days after his death as a legend, spectacular, swaggering, pistol-packing, deeply religious and violently profane, a strange combination of fire and ice.
I thought I would stand up here and let you people see if I am as big a son of a bitch as some of you think I am.
George C. Scott as General Patton.
I didn't pick you.
Carl Malden as General Bradley.
I picked you. You're one of the best field commanders I've got, but you don't know when to shut up. George, you're a pain in the neck.
Sicily. France. The Battle of the Bulge.
Where you going, General? Berlin! I'm going to personally shoot that paper-hanging son of a... I will be proud to lead you wonderful guys into battle anytime, anywhere.